Ladies and gentlemen, I bid you a warm and thoughtful welcome to the Law Lounge. This evening, we are poised to delicately unravel a question that at first glance may seem straightforward. Is the act of slaying feral ghouls in the Fallout universe a matter of ethical consideration? We understand well that within this dystopian world, feral ghouls, driven by primal instincts, do not hesitate to launch into attack, leaving us entwined in the classic struggle of kill or be killed. However, the catalyst that transforms a ghoul into this feral state remains shrouded in mystery, a puzzle yet to be pieced together by our collective understanding. The term feral itself is nebulous, a mere delineation between the non-feral beings who cling to a semblance of their former humanity and their wild counterparts, akin to the mindless zombies of lore, who prey upon the unwary wanderer without provocation. And yet, when we consider the potential for humans to descend into a similar state of savagery, can we not draw parallels? The fortunate few in the Fallout saga, those who have woven the fabric of society anew, owe their order to structures that survived the nuclear cataclysm, be it the officialdom of the New California Republic, the militaristic rigor of Caesar's Legion, or the self-reliant communities reminiscent of the American frontier. Consider, if you will, the profound torment endured by those who witnessed the nuclear conflagration's immediate aftermath. Those who faced anarchy at the epicenter of destruction. The ensuing chaos, a maelstrom of violence and despair, surely had the power to erode the psyche of even the most rational soul, reducing them to the state of the dreaded feral ghoul. In contemplating this, we must ask ourselves whether the distinction between the feral and non-feral ghoul is merely a psychological thread, one that, if unraveled, leaves us questioning the morality of ending the existence of a feral ghoul, which may be tantamount to the act of striking down a violent, though mentally afflicted, human. As we venture deeper into this topic, bear in mind that the conversation is nuanced and layered with complexities that require us to look beyond the surface. So now that we've skimmed the basics of this profound dilemma, let us dive deeper into the ethical quagmire that awaits. Will all ghouls turn feral? In our quest to discern the ethicality of dispatching ghouls in the desolate expanse of the Fallout universe, it is imperative that we deconstruct the pervasive mythos suggesting that all ghouls are fated to degenerate into the abyss of ferality. This proposition, while it may hold a grain of truth for some, does not universally apply, as evidence from some of the annals of Fallout's most recent chronicles, such as Fallout 4, indicate. Consider the resilient individuals like the Vault-Tec representative or Daisy from Goodneighbor, who, despite their transformation into ghouls through prolonged exposure to radiation, have remarkably preserved their sanity. These cases offer compelling counter-narratives to the idea that ferality is an inevitable end for those afflicted by ghoulification. Notably, their continued grasp on rationality spans across the ages, suggesting that the ghoul state does not inherently doom one to to a feral destiny. I have consciously chosen to exclude entities such as Eddie Winter or Desmond Lockhart from this discourse. Their entanglements with governmental entities cloud our understanding of their conditions, as it is plausible that the forced evolutionary virus played a role in their ghoulification, a subject that indeed warrants its own separate and intricate analysis. For the purposes of our current exploration, I operate under the premise that FEV is not a requisite catalyst for the emergence of ghouls, or, if it was, it has so thoroughly permeated the world's atmosphere by the era of the first Fallout game that radiation exposure alone can instigate the transformation. Thus, we unravel this thread. We must contemplate whether the act of terminating a ghoul's existence can be ethically aligned with the broader spectrum of our moral compass, especially when the evidence points to the possibility of a ghoul retaining their humanity indefinitely. The enigmatic figure of Jason Bright from Fallout New Vegas compellingly challenges the notion that all ghouls are destined to surrender to feral impulses with time. His presence in the poignant quest Come Fly With Me allows the courier to encounter a unique perspective on ghoulhood, one that exhibits compassion and understanding towards even those who have lost their reason and given way to ghoulish ferality. Jason, alongside his followers, who are a mix of lucid and feral ghouls, harbour a profound commitment to aid his less fortunate kin and exhibit protective instincts, defending them rigorously against any perceived threat. One can't help but ponder over the nature of the bond that Jason feels with the ferals. Though it may be an elementary form of communication, it speaks volumes to his perception of the ferals, still seeing the dwindling spark of humanity within them. His actions directly confront the hypothesis that radiation exposure inevitably snuffs out the light of reason. If the degeneration into a feral state was truly irreversible, would Jason continue to tender his support to them? His willingness to not only abstain from harm, but to actively provide assistance bespeaks a belief that within these feral ghouls, the essence of personhood persists. It is Jason's approach that enlightens a path seldom considered. Perhaps what feral ghouls are in dire need of is not the cold deliverance of death, but the nurturing embrace of time, safety, and concerted reclamation efforts. Could it be that a decade or two of such restorative surroundings, coupled with the dedication of those willing to undertake such a task of re-education, might restore a shard of sanity to these lost souls? Jason Bright, in his unyielding dedication to his feral brethren, stands as a testament to the possibility that within the feral ghoul, the ember of their former self may yet be rekindled.